was Break of Dawn, and of course, Emeka Golden was the guy in there. He's in the studio this morning, a model, actor, model and actor, all of that. He studied politics and international relations. Of course, they would have expected that these are the guys that would be senators or something now, but trust Niger, you could be doing, you could study engineering and then you find yourself as cashier in the bank. It is great to have you. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for
This
having
all
me.
started after school. Yeah, talk to us. I mean, it was. Did you want to study that course? Was it what you originally wanted to study?
Oh, so no, I went to school to study law.
Ah.
Yes, and I was a law student for 3 years.
Okay.
And so, but my school had an issue with the Nigerian University Commission, so
Oh,
the course
yes.
was scrapped.
Oh,
So I had to switch to.
Did you have to start over after you switched?
No. It was a private university,
Yeah.
so but they gave us an option of going down one level to study mass communication, or you leave. So my dad gave me the option of travel out, do
Okay.
law, or you. So I just felt, you know
Why
what?
did you want to travel out?
At the time, nah, I just wanted to
You
leave.
said at the time, if you had to go back in time, would you still stay? If you had to go back in time,
To study law.
no, to travel out, would you
With
travel?
with this current, but I don't regret my.
Of course. But then, okay, so did you drop down one level or you continued at the
No,
same
I just
level?
continued. I just switched to international
International
relations, and I finished.
All right, wonderful. And then after there, you decided to get into the modeling industry. How did that happen?
So I had this friend. Shout out to Yemi.
Hmm.
You know, I used to play football in school, so she just saw me one day and said, "Oh, you have a nice physique. Would you like to go into modeling?" But it was also something that I had loved. I'd always loved the arts,
Yeah, okay.
but I did not know how to
How to get into it?
So she
Okay.
just suggested it, and at that moment, I just like, yeah, I would love to.
Okay.
So she said, because that was my final year in school, she said,
Okay.
okay, once you're done, when you come to Lagos, let's link up. And I did that. She introduced me to somebody who was my manager at the time, and
Okay.
she trained me
Okay.
on you know how to catwalk as a
Okay.
model. And from there, it just started. And
Just
I
started.
went in for a pageant, and it just
And then you competed at
Mr. Tourism
Mr.
Nigeria
Tourism Nigeria.
2012. I was the
Okay.
second runner-up, and I
Oh.
won the award for the best model.
Wonderful. That was good.
Yes.
That was good. So I would have expected that you'd make. So if you competed at Mr. Tourism, could you go for Mr. Nigeria after that?
Yes, I went for Mr. Nigeria 2014. I was one of the 20 contestants, but I did
okay.
not make it to the top 5.
Ah, but you tried now.
Yes.
That's 27 now, something now, all right? And then moving on, let's talk about your entrance into Nollywood, as it were. Full-time acting and all that. How did that happen for you?
Oh yeah, so after I started, like I said, I started modeling in 2012. I did that for a few years, did a couple of runway shows. I was a runway model, also commercial model. But I transitioned into acting in 2015. Yeah, I did. It was, you know how this, it was like an extra role.
Ah,
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
I was just very persistent. It was something I wanted to do because when I was very little, I was part of this stage plays in nursery, primary. So it was something I loved to do, but I was a bit restricted growing up. So when I had the opportunity, I went for an audition. 2015, 2016, I met this director. He's late now, may so rest in peace. And I went to Jos, and I started working from there and dabbled into
Wait, was
production.
it just because of that movie you went to Jos, or you relocated or something?
No. Yeah, because of the movie.
Okay.
I went to Jos. We did the audition in Lagos. Then we were supposed to shoot in Jos, and we traveled to Jos to shoot. And from there, I worked for a few months and dabbled into production.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Can you remember how many movies you've done? Do you have any?
I would say more than 10, 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's talk about your experiences all through. What has been the most challenging role or movie set experience that you've had through your career so far?
I've had quite a lot of them, but I would say my time in Jos.
Okay.
So it was this. It was a series, but it was a drama dance series.
Okay.
So the challenge was, you know, where we got the cold in Jos.
Yeah.
It was very cold, and I'm not someone who is very
I
good
know
with
that.
cold. You know. So yeah, but then we had to we had to wake up every morning by 6 to do rehearsals with the code. To do rehearsals. We rehearsed for like 6 months or 7 months before going on set, and that was dance rehearsals.
6 months in Nigerian production. How?
Yeah, it was because it was my first time, and a lot of people too, it was their first time.
What I'm saying is that normally these days, man, productions don't stay that long. In fact, that's where, or like what I was mentioning, the emergence of YouTube, people get to shoot in 2-3 days. In fact, just get a short let, put together something, and okay, I'll put it on YouTube, and that's just it.
So it varies. There are productions that take time.
I know.
Yeah.
But you see, what I'm saying that now there is that flooding of majority of these kinds of production, and people have mentioned that these kind of things have affected the quality of what the industry brings out. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I would say it has affected, but you know, different strokes for different folks. Sometimes it's the funding. You might not have the funding to do the high scale, and you can do, you know, the little one you can do, and you go on YouTube.
How about the ones where, like Netflix now mentioned that you give some money and they're supposed to say what it was planned for, it wasn't used for. So a producer gets to, you know, as a producer is using like maybe 10% or 20% of the budget that they had for the production. You understand? And then, you know,
what I can say is that I'm an actor. I'm not a producer, so I would really say, I can't say much about it. But what I know, the information out there is that Netflix has stopped commissioning original titles.
Original titles.
You know, so now you produce your film and you take it to them. They like it.
And you pay.
Yeah. No more giving you money because of, you know, the whole brouhaha that happened.
And all that. Okay, but let's talk about that trailer that played just before we started. That was
Break of Dawn.
Break of Dawn. All right. Yeah. Talk to us about that. What did you play in that movie, and what was the experience like?
It was a lovely experience. I mean, I've always loved anything that has adventure. But my character, so Break of Dawn was directed by Umanu Elijah, produced by Black Nation Media and Princess Adeze. My character, I played the role of Sammy.
Okay.
Sammy is this, or was this, I don't know which one that is, was this, I'll call him a bad guy, friend to a bad guy who's, who had this girlfriend.
Okay.
So he's more like, I'll call him, what would you call those guys? So a girl in an abusive relationship, the guy uses her to extort money from wealthy people. She goes to the clubs, extort money, you know. So I was a friend to this guy, who at this point, so there's this point in the movie where she goes to the club, she meets this guy who, so the girl, her name is Debbie Felix, and the other guy is Stan Nze. Stan Nze in the movie, he is trying to get money because his mom is in the hospital. Yeah, okay. So he meets this other friend of his that he's known from way back who's into ritual. So he's more like a get-rich
I like that.
Quick scheme kind of thing.
Yeah, okay, so what do you have coming up on the horizon? What people who love what you do, maybe your fans and all that, what can they look forward to? What do you have coming up?
I have a couple of projects coming out soon. Some of them I can't talk about, but you'll be the first to know. But I have one coming soon. Everything Light Touches, multi-choice talent factory. I also have a night at the Buses, directed by Sonia John, produced by First Class Entertainment. Yeah, so and amongst many others.
Amongst many.
But you'll be the first to know.
All right, you made mention of production. As the time you got into production and all that. Looking forward, is it something that you, if you had to make a choice, or if moving in the future, is production that's behind the camera? Is it something that you would do more of, or you'd still want to focus on in front of the camera?
Also, it both ways. I'm first an actor. It's what I love, right? But as time goes on, you would want to move into production. I love to produce my own films. It's something I'd also love to do. I love to direct my own films, but it's not something I want to rush into because it takes time. It's not producing is not something you just. If you rush in, you rush out. It's something you take your time, you know, go through rigorous training and, you know, learning and experiences before you. But yeah, in the nearest future, I know that I will go into producing and also direct my own films.
I like that. Would you? Is it something that maybe your years of experience would have, you know, instilled the discipline in you, or it's something maybe you might think of maybe going to school for, maybe film school or something?
So I went to film school for acting. Okay. Although I had already, you know, I went to get certified. I went to Ebony Life Creative Academy, 2023. And I won the award for the best actor.
In your set? Oh, that's great.
Yeah, but my experience throughout the years, I was behind the scene. I worked as a production manager. So yeah, it has helped me build.
I mean, you have a lot of good directors who are self-taught, and because of the experience live on set, and that's how they learn how to do it. And it does work.
Yeah.
Some people go for the certification and then get to learn. Some people learn on the job and all of that.
Yeah,
and
you
it
can
does
learn
work.
on the job, but at the
Does
same
work.
time, to going to school to also learn it will help you. But you can't. The best way to learn is when you learn on the field.
Yeah,
On the job.
field.
So it has helped me build character. It has helped me become the person that I am. I've been better as an actor. I'm also better as a human being.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is just us wishing you the best, and we're looking forward to those projects that you have. And
Thank you very much.
hope we can get to see them when they're out. All right.
Yes,
all right.
you will.